What's up, YouTube? So, alright, hold on. Kind of got a little dizzy from that, just a little bit. Alright, so in this video, I made a couple of workout videos for the upper body and the lower body, but in this one, I wanted to actually go through a couple of different push-up progressions that you can work yourself through on your journey through calisthenics. So I'm just gonna jump right into it, man. I'm just gonna jump right into it. And if you wanna like refresh yourself on the names, and you're already done watching the video, I'll go ahead and put the names of everything in the description. But for the first one, level 1, I have, pardon the mess, we're in the midst of a move, but I have a stool right here. You could use a stool, you could use an ottoman, you could use a chair, you could even use a bathroom counter. Just something a little lower, not like too high up, but something kind of low. Give me 1 second. Whoa, I'm back. It's like, dude, I teleport. Now I'm in a different position. All right, so look, like I was saying, level 1, just get yourself something. I mean, this is kind of low. This is like slightly above knee height. But if you can't start that low, it's an incline push-up. If you can't start that low, because so you're straight up. The more that you, this is so okay. The more that you lower yourself to the ground, the harder it's gonna get. So if you can't work on something that low, find something higher up. Do it on a kitchen counter. Just as long as you're getting it in. As long as you're getting it in. So look. Hold on. 1 second. Alright. So, level 1. We're gonna have our incline push-up. I'm gonna flip it this way for you guys. Look, I'm sorry. The format of this video is gonna be going back and forth between full, like, horizontal and vertical, but hey man, that's just how I'm choosing to shoot this video. All right, so look, you're gonna put your hands down. I like to prefer shoulder width, like right here, and I'll perform my push-ups like that. You can bring them closer if that's easier for you. I tend to look, the closer they go, the more you're gonna work your chest, but the more tricep activation you're gonna get, which does help you with your pushing. But now, the further out you go, the more chest activation you're gonna get. Push-ups, they're a compound movement. They're gonna work your chest, your shoulders, the front delt, and your triceps. So they're all gonna get work, but depending on where your grip is or where your hand placement is, you're gonna put more emphasis on one or the other. So I tend to start people off about here, but you know, if you need to go closer, go closer. Now, how we're gonna do this is when you come down, you don't want to go down as slow as you possibly can, but you want to make sure it's controlled, and then you push yourself back up, just like this. 1 second. Just like that. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. My little brother came in and gave me my guitar back. But as I was saying, you're going to come down slow and push yourself back up. Why slow? Why not just banging them out? Because you are stronger in the eccentric portion, which is the negative of the movement. You're stronger going down. So you want to make sure you're really putting tension on that muscle. And then on the way up, you explode up. Like, you're not trying to push yourself away, but you want to make sure that when you come up, you have a bit of force in it. Because with body weight training, you can use the same concept for weight training, but with body weight training, training in general, you want to move slow against gravity because it's pulling you down. So you want to fight it, and then you want to explode away from the direction gravity is pulling you. Does that make sense? That's gonna put you in I forgot the term, but you're resisting gravity in both aspects. You know what I'm saying? So that's level 1. That's gonna be your incline push-up. And again, as you get stronger, just move yourself lower and lower and lower until you're about right here. I'm gonna mess with the brightness because it's really, there we go. So look, you're going to, oh hold on, I don't know if you can see. Okay, so look, Actually, that's a perfect angle. So I'm on my knees right now, right? This is going to be level 2. They're knee push-ups. Again, you can go wider or you can go more narrow. Just whatever feels more comfortable for you. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own strengths. Everybody's set up differently with their body. So whatever's more comfortable for you. So look, on your knees, you want to make sure that when you are doing this, you're not bending at the hips. Like you're not like that. You want to make sure that everything is like a one unit from your knees all the way to like about right here, your shoulders. The only bend comes from the elbows, and you're going to come down and shoot back up. It's not like this. It's not like this. It's not like this. You just want to come straight down and back up. So this will be level 2. These are your knee push-ups. Just again, slow, fast. Slow, fast. Slow, fast. Now, before I continue, how do you know you're ready for another progression? Well, me personally, I tend to switch up my progressions after I hit about in between 15 and 20 reps of what it is I'm working. However, I go through another step before I switch up the variation. What I do is when I hit those numbers, I slow it down more. What that's doing is it's providing progressive overload on the muscle, which is progressively overloading the muscle. It's making it work harder with the same variation, so you're going to develop more strength with that same movement before you go to the next one. So I'm able to really focus on my form and not sacrifice my form for the next variation. Does that make sense? I'm making sure that I've perfected that form before I move on to something more difficult, so I'm not sacrificing my form. So you can take that and use that if you want to. I would highly recommend it. As you hit 15 to 20 reps, slow it down more. It's going to bring the numbers down, but you're really going to be able to focus on that form and focus on the muscle that you're working. And then with that, you're able to develop more strength before you go on to the next one, which is also going to make the next one a little bit easier as well. Level 2. My bad. Level 3. Level 3 is going to be this one right here. It's going to be your normal push-ups. So feet, knees up on your toes. You don't want your hands too high up. You don't want them too far low. We'll go over that in a second. You want them about, I guess, let me see here. Like right next to your head. Not, yeah. Like right here. And again, you just want to come down slow, fast, slow, fast. Now, the range of motion with these push-ups is debatable. People say you have to touch you have to touch your chest to the ground. Other people say you don't have to. Whatever is more comfortable for you. Just make sure that when you come down, your arms, I'm gonna put my hips down right now. Your arms are 90 degrees, at least 90 degrees. Not over, not slightly over, at least 90 degrees. That's going to provide you with enough range of motion to get that muscle working. You'll see people half rep right here. Or they'll come down and just go, You want to make sure that when you're doing it, if you cannot go lower than 90, you stop here at 90 and you go back up. If you can, go lower. Whatever's more comfortable for your body. Your body will tell you, hey, this is too much. Hey, this is too little. Listen to it. Level 4. Again, when you hit these numbers, slow it down so you can build more strength to make the next variation easier. It's going to help you in the long run. Because look, man, you're not working out just to, you're working out for your own reason. But personally, I'm working out to build more strength. So with my own body weight. So what I do is I make sure that I'm becoming the most efficient with each of these movements before I move to the next one. So I'm not leaving any strength on the table. You know what I'm saying? Number 4, if you do not have push-up bars, you can do these on dumbbells. I'm pretty sure you might have a pair of dumbbells at your house. If you don't, you could also stack books. You could stack books up. That works too. But level 4 is going to be this one. Just push-ups again on the push-up bars. And why are we doing more regular push-ups with bars instead of another variation? Because the standard push-up is so incredible for your overall strength that you gotta keep doing it. You gotta keep doing it. So what we're doing here is we are allowing ourselves to increase the range of motion. Look at how low I can go now versus here. 1, 2. 1, 2. It's real slight, but it's there. That extra range of motion really does a lot for that muscle that you're working, for your chest, your shoulders, and your tricep. It's giving you that extra little stretch in that contraction for you to work through and push through. And it's really going to help with that muscle. It's going to help with its development in terms of muscle size, but it's also going to help with its strength immensely, man. That one really does it. Number 5, now we're going to switch up the variation. We're going to go into diamond push-ups right here. So some people, they can't, it hurts their wrist. It hurts their wrist to do this. So look, you can bring your hands close, angle them, whatever. If you're having wrist problems, look, make sure, I should have stated this before, but make sure that you guys are warming up your wrists. So you can bring them together. What I'll do is I'll go in a circle one way, stop, and then go the other way. Is that the other way? Is the other way. Whatever. Circle this way. That's not it. Circle this way. Circle the other way. And I'll also stretch it out. Pull it down. Stretch it for a little bit. Stretch it. Same on both of them. Because you're putting your body weight on your wrist. It's just pushing down. So it is good to warm up. You want to make sure that you're warming up properly before any exercise, even if you're just doing them on the counter. You know, if you can't do them on the ground, then doing them on the counter or a stool is the hardest thing for you. So you want to make sure that you're warming up your body properly. It doesn't matter which variation you're doing or how strong you are. If you are not warming up properly, you can, and you know, I won't say will, but you can injure yourself. You can. So you want to make sure you're warming up your wrist properly. But if bringing them in close with a little triangle is hurting them, even after your warm up, bring them out a little bit. Just a little bit, like that much. You want to keep them close though. So you bringing in your arms like this is going to put your arms more across your chest, like this. Not like this. Boom. So look, let me see if I can show this to you guys. So look, watch my chest real quick. So I'm bringing it in. Oh, you can't see that. This freaking lighting, man. This freaking lighting. So look, watch my chest right here. Okay, watch. Look. See that? It's contracting right there. So the closer I bring my hands in, the more it's going to contract. So that's why these are so effective for your chest and your triceps too. But they put a lot of strain on your chest because you're providing more of a contraction right there. Let me fix that. Right there real quick. Yeah. All right. So, diamond push-ups. Again, slow, fast. Slow, fast. When you reach those numbers, slow down. Use the same variation, but slow down. You got to slow down. And another thing that'll help, I forgot to mention, when you reach a new variation, like let's say you're done with the stool push-ups, you're on your knees now. When you're done doing, however many you want to do, Um, make sure, please make sure that you are still working previous variations. Wow, that is so dark. I'm gonna leave it there because I don't want to keep adjusting it. But make sure you are working previous variations because that is where you came from, man. That's where you came from. You're gonna keep building strength, and it's going to keep adding to you. So just because you're now on diamond push-ups, that doesn't mean, oh, if I go to my bathroom counter and I start banging out some counter push-ups, they do nothing for me. They still do something for you. They're just not going to do as much as the diamond, but they're still going to add on to, what it is you're doing. They're still working you're still working the muscles. So, after you're done with your regular push-ups, go into knee push-ups. When you're done with your push-up bar push-ups, go into regular or go into knee. When you're done with diamond, go into your knee push-ups. Just work previous variations in with your overall work. Does that make sense? So look, that was number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is number 5, just your standard diamond push-up. Number 6, I still haven't really put together a list. Everybody's gonna have a different list. I'm just going in the order that I was learning these in. So number 6 will be explosive. A lot of people, they'll say, just bring your hands up. A lot of people say, clap. Personally, when you clap, it's a lot harder. That's what I found. So when you have hit your 15 to 20 with your diamond and you slowed it down and you got yourself back up to 15 to 20, whichever is more comfortable for you, do that. Bringing your hands up or clapping. Now it is going to be harder to slow yourself down. What is that? It is going to be harder to slow down on that eccentric motion with explosive push-ups. Fight it. The sooner you start, meaning just because you're exploding up, you don't need to slam down to come back up. You know what I'm saying? Just fight it as much as you can, and you will continue to build strength, and you will go slower and slower each time you come down. I promise you, man, when I started doing these, I looked like a fish out of water. I was like, boom, just slamming down. And there was a little bit coming from that. I was working in an explosive movement, but not as much as where I am now, being and that does so much more. So in each variation, please make sure that you slow down and you really focus on that form. You really focus on that movement, not necessarily, oh, I need to get these reps out. No. Focus on the movement. Focus on perfecting the movement. That's the aim that I'm getting at here, is that you don't want to focus on the reps you got to hit for the next thing. You want to focus on perfecting each movement before you go to the next one. Is a very good way to put it. I should have done that before. But yes, you want to make sure you are perfecting the movement that you're working on. That is going to make you the most efficient in all of these. So number 6 is going to be the explosive push-up. I'm not going to do any more because I need to save strength for other variations. After this one, what you can then start working. I'm still trying to figure out the order that these should come in, but yeah. After you're done with that and you've hit a good amount of push-ups, what you can start doing, I'll bring you guys out just a little bit more. So look, I've got one hand out here. Look, you want to go a little more wide, right? So you'll see people, they'll say to start doing wide push-ups and stuff like that. I personally never did any wide push-ups. If you would like to do wide push-ups, you can do wide push-ups. It doesn't matter. I just personally never did them, so they're not on this list. But you can do them. You can do wide push-ups. Those they have benefit. They have a big range of benefits, just like any other push-up variation on this list. The more wider you go here, the more strain you're putting right there on that chest. But in my eyes, my personal opinion, don't let my opinion be your fact, but my opinion is you've got your hands so far out, like, yes, the wider you go, the more chest emphasis you're putting, but look, I'm out here versus being close in. Remember when I showed you how you brought your hand in and it contracts that chest? So now that I'm out here, I'm not really getting that contraction. Like you can even try this. Go out wide and come in like that, and then come in closer and feel that contraction in the chest right there. You'll feel it squeeze. I don't feel that with the wide push-ups, so I never did them, but you can if you would like to. They do have benefits. I just never did them. So after that ramble, this is the next one. I call them archer push-ups. A lot of people, you don't necessarily have. It depends. It depends on your strength level, but some people don't really have the strength to throw themselves into this variation right after, all those other things. So again, I'm gonna take you guys to the bathroom right now because it's the biggest counter I've got. I mean, other than the kitchen, but So look, let me just move some of this stuff real quick. It's a little dirty, I know, my bad. So look, I'm gonna bring you guys right. I want to put you guys over here. All right, just gonna squirt you guys up right there. So look, what is that? So look, I'm gonna go wide, and what I do is hands out. Not like this, like that, because you want to alleviate that stress on the wrist. If you're doing it like this, you're really going to overload with a very awkward angle. So go wide, and you're going to start performing archer push-ups. I know you can't see that, it's such a bad angle, but you're coming down like this on one side, and then the other, one side, then the other. You can go back and forth. How I train my archer movements is I'll just hit one side until I'm done with that side, and then I'll go and hit the other. Another thing that I should have mentioned, you don't want to max yourself out. You don't want to hit your limit, like where you're like, oh, I can't go anymore. You'll hear a lot of fitness influencers say that is, it's really good for you. You've got to max out. That's going to do more harm for you in the long run than anything, really. So what you want to do is, I like to train about 2 reps shy of my failure. And as you do more, you'll be able to tell, okay, I've got 4 reps in, I've got 3 reps left, I got 2 reps left, I got 1 left, and then boom, you hit that limit. You want to make sure that as you're focusing on perfecting that movement, you pay attention to your limit and how far away you are from that. You'll catch on pretty quick, actually, if you're practicing these movements often enough. But you don't want to max yourself out, because you're going to completely exhaust that muscle, and you're going to have a much longer recovery time before you're able to get at it again, which is going to hinder the amount of progress you make. You can make progress very fast. You can make progress very fast with bodyweight movements. The thing is, you can't do that if you're constantly maxing yourself out. If you want to do that, my personal recommendation, do it once a month to see where you're at. At the end of the month, all right, or at the start of the month, boom, get in as many as you can. That's my limit. Now let me focus on these progressions and moving my way through this and going 2 reps shy of failure. And at the start of the next month, see where you're at again. That's perfect. You could do that. Just don't max yourself out during your workouts, because that's going to hinder your progress as well as your development. So that one is number 6, I think I said. So it's number 6 on the countertop. Now I'm gonna join up number 6 and 7. Just call it number 6. So 6 on the countertop. 6 is also just archer push-ups. That's just what it is. So you want to right here. One side, then the other. Hold on. My hands aren't high enough. One side, then the other. Just like that. That's how you do it. Archer push-ups. Just boom. boom. And if you can't straighten your arm out, you can have a bend. You can bend it. Just make sure when you're working on this variation, it's not right up against your body, that you are giving yourself some space. Because what you're doing by doing that is you are slowly putting more and more emphasis on this one arm until it's all here. When this arm's out here, it's practically putting little to no effort into the movement. There's no engagement with the push. It's just straight. So everything is coming from right here. Everything is coming from right here. So as you start, start wherever you feel like you need to. But, before, like when you're going up in those reps, once you hit that 15 to 20, and you're ready to slow it down, you want to make sure you're out here. Once you've hit 15 to 20 with a straight arm each side, you're good to go. Sounds like a lot all at once, but I would say, really stick with this variation for a while, because this one is really, really going to help with your progressions, because you'll notice that in each of these progressions, you're getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And now that you're moving closer towards, now you're moving into more of a single arm variation, you're really going to pack in that strength. Like 100%, man, I promise you. Another way that I train them is I will put one hand, like the one that I'm working, like this, and the other one out. So like this, and then I'll bring it out to where it's straight, and I'll just hammer it in. 1, 2, 3, like that, Hold on. No imbalances. Like that. So as you work on it, you want to, again, just bring your hand further out. And then once it's straight out, that's when you're putting little to no effort right there. That's what you want to do. I train it like this. You can train it back and forth. I just like to work on one side, take a couple seconds, and then hit the other side. Just make sure you're doing them both evenly, however it is you're doing. If you're doing them like this, make sure that you're hitting them evenly, because you can develop an imbalance. If you're doing, I'm doing 15 reps over here, but I'm doing 20 over here. It's like, whoa, hold on, slow down. If you guys ever find yourself with an imbalance, make sure that you are working that weaker side first, where you are more fresh and at your strongest, so you can put much more effort into that one. Make sense? So that's number 6. Number 7. Number 7 is going to be archer push-ups again. But now we're going to do it with the push-up bar. Remember when I was talking about increasing that range of motion with the regular ones? We're going to do it again. So you're just going to bring your hand out as far as you can. Now, when it comes to this, you will be training it how I train it, just like that. So when you do that, you're going to bring your hand out, and you want the one you're working to be like a regular push-up. You don't want it to be out. You want it to be here. And you'll just bring out the other arm. So in doing this, boom, boom, just like that. This would be number 8. Number 8 are, I call them assisted one-arm push-ups, because now you're literally putting no emphasis on this arm. It's all right here. So these are assisted one-arm push-ups. Just like that. I don't know if I'm going to have enough strength to bang out the one arm now. That's number 8. I feel like I missed one, but I'm gonna throw this in. Number 9. It goes somewhere between. No, honestly, yeah. This will be number 9. Again, when you're working these variations, remember, slow it down when you've hit those numbers and work previous variations as well. Not just the previous, but you're working both or all 3 if you want to do that. So look. This one, I'm building a lot of strength in, and I absolutely love it. So you'll notice that with all these push-ups, we're doing it from right here, which is not our center of gravity. It's our top half, right? You'll notice all these variations are right here. They're not lower, they're not higher, right? So look, with this one, let me put you guys in a different angle real quick. You can see it a little bit better. Oh my gosh. That lighting, you are not going to see nothing. Yes, yes. Thank gosh for lighting control. All right. So look, with this one, what you want to do is you want to turn your hands out, keep them close to your body, about right here. So we're not pushing from far out. We're pushing from right up against the body. What you want to do is you want to progressively lean yourself forward and bang them out from that lean. What you are doing is you are putting more emphasis. No, as you can tell, it's my favorite word in this video. But what you're doing is you are now working your push-ups closer to your center of gravity, which would be your waist. And that is really going to blow up your strength. And those are difficult. Those are very difficult. I just hit 12. I'm still... Oh, one second. What's up, guys? Sorry, my mama called me. I don't know. I have no idea what I was talking about. But let me see. So when you are pushing from your center of gravity, you are really overloading your chest and your triceps. So you're going and your shoulder especially, because you've got that lean. But what you're doing is you're really building that pushing strength. Your lower chest is where you are strongest at. So when you are putting a lot of emphasis on it in that way, you're not gonna feel like it's your strongest no more. But this pseudo push-up is what I call it, is really gonna help you build that strength for the last variation that I have for you guys, which is the one-arm push-up. Now that I've had a little bit of rest, let's see if I can do it. I can. But man, definitely not after all that stuff. So I'm glad I did get a little bit of rest from that. All right. Last progression. Again, please make sure that you are working previous progressions. You will be leaving gains on the table if you do not. So when you are doing this one-arm push-up, you want to make sure that your feet are spread out. You basically want to make a tripod with your body. Why that is because when you bring them closer, and as you get stronger and your stabilizing muscles are a lot stronger, you can try it with your feet in. That is just very hard to balance in itself, but people can't do it. So when you start out, bring your feet wide, like pretty darn wide, and then just put your hand right here in the middle of you. And it's almost going to simulate the hand placement of a diamond push-up because you want it right here underneath you. Which hand should I do it with? Doesn't matter. All right. Last progression. The one-arm push-up. I just hit this one. I can only do one. So you can do it here, or I'm going to check my form on that one when I'm done recording. But one thing that I'm utilizing that you guys, I recommend do once you reach this level, is that when you come to this one-arm push-up, you are coming to a counter where you can spread your feet out and then start performing one-arm push-ups. Why on the counter? Because it's easier. It's easier, and you're able to build that strength. Remember with the archer push-ups, doing them on the counter, you're building up that strength to be able to do it on the ground. So again, I can only do like one, maybe two on a good day. Well, I've done 3 on a great day. But when I'm done working that, I'll come in here and I'll start banging them out right here on the counter. That's really going to help with adding that strength as well as working previous variations. Those are all the variations that I have for you guys. That's 10 different levels. I will mark them in the description. I was talking a lot. I know you guys just came here for the progressions, but listen, man, I love making these videos for you guys. I really do. I love engaging. I love talking. I like giving my 2 cents. I feel like if I'm not, man, then I'm not doing my job right. You know, if I'm leaving information in my brain and not on this video, I'm not doing my job right. So listen, I hope you guys enjoy this video and hope you guys are really pulling some stuff from it. Let me know what you want to see next, and I will try my best to make it happen. In the meantime, enjoy the videos I have made, enjoy your life, and God bless.